folks, hello, welcome back to another video right here on the channel. So, Melody, it is Talisman time again.
Yes, it certainly is.
And what expansion have we got this month?
It is the Highland Expansion.
Okay, folks, so those of you who've been watching the series and stayed with us, these expansions, Melody, are corner pieces. We've had the woodlands, we've had the town, is it?
Yeah.
Well, the city, sorry. And we had the dungeon. So this one, folks, is the Highland. And it is the last corner piece on the board. So, again, anyone new here, you've got the main basic board. And these expansions, you can either have 1, 2, 3 or 4 across the corners. Excuse me. Okay, so let's meet the Highland Expansion. Okay, so it says, looks good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
More figures on there.
Ooh.
Okay, so Talisman, the magical quest game, the Highland Expansion. Clouds enshroud the mountain's peak. Exhausted from the long ascent, you barely keep your grip as the stones beneath you give way and tumble perilously down the slope, but you still keep climbing, for the Highlands beckons you. Okay, so the main board, we go around, we do our adventures, and these little sections are just extra things where you can get extra cards, extra talisman cards, extra missions, goodies, defeat extra baddies, that kind of thing. Okay, so we'll read a little bit more and then we'll get into the box, okay? So it says, legends say all magic in the land comes the exhausted stream, I haven't got my glass on, that flows from the tallest mountain, okay? So atop the tallest peaks, the magical waters are at their most pure and potent, okay? It says that the banks are littered with precious gems, but one must beware, for within the Highland dwells the feared Eagle King. So again, on each one of these, there's like a baddie on each corner piece. Okay, you don't have to engage him, but there's usually a good reward for doing so. And it says he's the guardian of the source of magic. Intruders and fortune seekers will receive no mercy, for he has not forgotten the jewels stolen from him. Now adorn the crown of command itself. Okay, so the crown of command is the basic aim of the basic talisman game. The first player to get to the crown of command casts spells, kills everyone else, wins the game. Okay, so there's the back of the box, guys, after the quick brief introduction. So let's get this one open, Melody, and see what's happening. Okay, so we have the little rule book. Okay, so these are normally filled up with just little sub rules to do with the expansion. Okay, I'll go through it all at the end. Okay, let's put this aside for now. Okay, so let's get right at it. So this is the corner piece, aforementioned corner piece of the board there. Okay, so you can see there's various little zones on there. Okay, and some of these things, the artwork is lovely, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
So you've got things like the ruined mine, the cliff, ravine, hills, glacier, canyon, mountain pass, precipice, waterfall. Okay, so these are just basically expansions on the squares there. All very nice, all very useful, all very lovely. My favourite thing ever, and Pegasus Spiel, the makers of this particular rebranding of the game, are always nice and give me some baggies. So I always appreciate those, because being a board gamer, you can't have enough baggies, can you? Okay, so in here we get 2 sets of the mini cards. Like I say, guys, they are just basically more stuff to add, more magical items, more weapons, more encounters, stuff like that. So I'm not going to open them this time, okay? So there's the Hermit there, and there is the, what does that say, Eerie Vanguard?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, shut the video up with specs. Okay, so that is they. The reason I'm not actually opening them is they're actually marked Deck A and Deck B, so there's obviously something to do with the rules in that. And also, I'm aware that people watch these, want to see what the expansions are, but you don't want some moron telling you all the secrets of the game. I want to open this myself. I want to hook it up on my table and play the game and go, oh, I've never faced this baddie before, or there's a big eagle over there, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so we have a set of the cards. So these big cards as well, guys, they come in all these expansions. And again, we have got, is it 6 extra characters in this box who we're going to meet? Okay, so I'm going to give Melody those to read and show you.
Thank you. So we've got the Eagle King.
This is the new big bad.
Battle Royale.
Okay.
The Hand of Doom.
Right, so what these actually are, is these, I think, are alternative endings to the game. So, can I just pause you a second there? So what you get is you have, like, the main base game, like I said previous, you've got to get to the Crown of Command and kill everybody else. But what's lovely about all these expansions is they give you 3 other different ways to end the game. So, like, the city, for example, you had, like, the Merchants Guild, and stuff like that. So, you know, you don't have to play the generic version, which is nice because if you play Talisman as much as I do, if you adore it as much as I do, you want those little variants. And what people tend to do is get all these, shuffle them in together, and just pull one out and say, right, you've got to be the person with the most money or whatever. Sorry, continue.
That's right, our new characters. The Valkyrie.
Oh, Valkyrie.
The Highlander.
Yeah, very...
Kind of noob.
Yeah, very brave-hearted, isn't he?
The Alchemist.
Another magic user, always interesting.
The Rogue.
D&D character.
The Vampiress.
Now that one I'm interested in.
Oh, and I like the look of this one. A sprite.
The sprite. You'd have thought he or she may have been more a home in the woodland, wouldn't you, to be fair? But, hey, you know, there's obviously a reason for that. Okay, and we've got the little bits here that Melody wants to get her hands on the box. But we're not going to do that right now because I want to have a quick look through this rule book. While I'm doing that, can you please put those cards back away? Okay, guys, so like I say, you get one of these in each box, and they basically just expand the rules. So, it tells us about the Legend of the Eagle King, an overview of the expansion, the object of the game, which we all know, isn't it? List of components. Tells us about the board, the cards, the adventure cards, and we know we get more spell cards, relic cards, alternate ending cards, character cards, and character figures. So it's just a nice little introduction to the expansion. So by the time you've read this page here, you can have an idea of what you're doing, where you're going and why. Okay, setup, excuse me, it shows the Highland icon, which is like a little eagle here. And the relevance of this is when you get all your cards and you put them all into your game. Sorry, I've got a terrible throat today. Those little symbols show you quickly to separate the cards. So you've got the main cards from the main box, and you've got the cards from each expansion.
Yeah.
So just instead of you going, oh, what's this card from? You'll see that little eagle on there, and you'll say that's the Highlands. Okay. So setup, we know we put it on the board just for reference. It goes on the bottom right of the board as indicated here. Okay. Entering the Highland, moving to the Highland, leaving the Highland. I mention it on all these expansions. You put the little expansion here alongside the regular board, and there is basically one square which will allow you to enter that area. And as always, folks, with Talisman, you roll your dice, and if it says 6, you've got to move those 6 spaces. Okay? 4, 2, 1, whatever. Okay? All basic stuff. Little diagrams just showing us the point I've just made there about how you move in and how you move out of the particular board area. Okay, the Eyrie, fighting the Eagle King, claiming the relics, emerging from the Eyrie. There's an example, which is nice, of resolving the Eyrie. An alternative ending card, so it tells us all about them. Like I say, guys, what I do, basically is house rule, I just shuffle them all in together and pull them, just for fun. And this is nice, a little bit of character lore, which tells us all about the Highlander, the Sprite, the Valkyrie, the Rogue, the Vampiress, and the Alchemist. Tiny little bit of text, but it's just a little bit of what we call in a game in terms flavour text, you know. Tells us about trinkets, region lore, and then we get the credits on the back and a little guide to some tokens that are also in there. So that is very nice. Standard Pegasus Spiel rulebook. Nice, clear, concise, laid out. And yeah, okay. And I mean, the artwork, while Melody opens the back of the minis for you, I mean, just look at that, folks. A great big eagle there, and our new characters and all sorts of stuff. Really is nice. Nicely laid out. I am, like I say, you know, I'm a massive fan of this game. It's my favourite board game of all time. Okay, interesting. So do you want to show away? You know they all are, do you?
Yeah, this is the Vampiress.
These look smaller to me, unless it's just been a couple of months since I filmed. But yeah, she looks yeah, she looks cool. I mean, again, guys, I've seen people who paint these. Personally, for me, not. But, you know, you got a friend who can paint or whatever, pass them over.
The Highlander.
Yeah, Braveheart himself there. A little bit of Mel Gibson flashes, isn't it?
Absolutely. The detail is absolutely amazing.
You do love these, don't you, to be fair? I think Melody probably have a shelf for these just put there, wouldn't you? Okay, here we go for next then. Is that the Rogue, is it? looks like the rogue in it, with a sword in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The rogue.
Yeah. Pretty cool looking figure.
Again, the detail is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and also, they get like their own cards. So each character, I say this again every episode, has their own special rules.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I want you to hold this one up for a little bit longer for me to explain something.
It's the alchemist.
No, that is the Valkyrie.
Oh
Isn't
yeah,
it?
the Valkyrie.
Okay, so this is the Valkyrie, folks. Now, while Melody shows you can notice that spear is rather bent there. Okay, this happens with like a lot of board games. It's easily fixed. You get a cup or a beaker of hot water.
Yeah.
You place the plastic in, give it a few seconds, you straighten your little spear or sword or whatever out, staff, take it out, dip it in cold water, put it on a shelf, jobs are good. Never start pulling these things because, I mean, I think they're soft plastic and you get away with it, but never do it, guys, you know what I mean? It's a bad habit to have. Because we've got, yeah, okay. So I take this as the alchemist,
Again,
is it
he's
not?
got a bent, he's bent at the bottom of his staff, isn't he?
Yeah, 2-minute job. Hot water, cold water,
The way
we're done.
his jacket all flares.
Yeah, the cape blows away. It's very atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite cool. And there's the little sprite.
Little sprite.
Again, that'd be really fun to paint. I just wish I was a painter, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not. I'm a gamer.
Cool.
A heart. So, guys, that was the Highland. What do you think about that, Melody? Is it an expansion?
Yeah, looks really good.
Would you play it as a part of all the corners, or would you play it as just the actual single thing itself?
Probably both.
Yeah, I'm still, again, I say this every month, I still want to play that game with all 4 corners on properly, and it'd be like a whole weekend job, so yeah, most definitely. Right guys, I tell you what, we're going to leave it there until next month. Leave your comments below, tell us what your favourite character was, if you'd like to play the Highland expansion, with you know, the idea of going to like the top of the mountain and fighting like an Eagle King and coming away with some relics, would you be interested in that? This is the last of the corner expansions, so what was your favourite? Presume you've watched like the rest of the series. Would it be the Woodlands, the Highlands, the Dungeon, the City? Where would you prefer to play? Alright, listen, the YouTube stuff as well, if you're new here, consider subscribing if you wish. If not, hey, no probs. Have a look at the back catalogue for the rest of this series. Take a look, in fact, at what all the other videos on there. Like, share, more importantly, leave us a comment below. I'd love to read your comments about Talisman, the fact you'd like to play it. I know there's like a lot of fans who are like regulars who watch the episodes and stuff. Yeah, leave a comment below, say hiya, everything else, and we shall see you for another one next time. Melody?
Bye-bye for now.
See you later.